Hey, family. So, better late than never. We're going to have the FOC. I'm going to make sure I get it in here on Saturday. It's supposed to be noon, but missed it a little bit. I had to work. Sorry. So, let's get into this list. So, yeah, welcome back, family. How's everybody doing today? I'm your host, Rich, here at Team Ohana. And every week I try to go through the final order cutoff list on Previous World. For those of you guys that set up poll boxes with your LCS. If not, I highly recommend it. And I try to pull up books of interest. Now, by that, I mean any book that is a new series, a number one. Any book that it's a number two. It's just a courtesy reminder, in case you picked up a number one, you really like the story, is a reminder, hey, you might want to order number two, especially on some of these independents. If I am aware of any first appearances or first meetings or anything interesting in comics that may cause a storyline to go up in value, and if I see a cover that I think is really cool, which it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes something just really gravitate. This is how books were originally purchased. You didn't know the books that were coming out in advance. You'd go down to the newsstand before comic stores were even around, and something would catch your eye. It was that cover art that really, whoa, what's that? I must buy that. And then you find out that the storyline inside had nothing to do with the cover. So that did happen sometimes. All right, so let's see if we can get into. Make sure I have it set up properly. Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure that when I click here, you actually see the right stuff. Yes, it worked. All right, so starting off with Boom Studios, we have a reminder for Displaced number 2. For those of you guys that picked up number 1, there it is. I have to get my cursor on the right thing. Sorry, the cursor is over there, but I'm watching it on the screen here. So, technology and I are not close bedfellows. Coming into also for Boom, we have Dune House Carino. I guess that's one of the houses, one of the family houses in Dune. I've never read it, never saw it. The first series, first movies, the second movies, just not something that really intrigued me at all. So, if you're into Dune, which most people are, I know I'm the oddball, there's a new series here from Boom Studios, Dune House Carino, number 1 of 8. Also from Boom Studios, we have A Man's Best, because we just do not have enough comic books concerning cats and dogs. I'm so glad they put more. Sarcasm. Anyway. All right, so in DC, there really isn't anything that intrigued me. I went through every book, the whole list, 3 times. I didn't see any cover arts that were really great. I didn't see any number 2s. This is the only number 1, so this is the only entry that I see here in DC that I found interesting. I'm not currently following any of the DC storylines. Okay. Ape Rill special one-shot. Cover A, Dan Mora. Get ready to go bananas in this ape-ick adventure. Right there, I'm not interested. But maybe this is up your alley. They sell tens of thousands of copies. Not to me, so I know. Again, I know. I'm the oddball. If you like it, you want it, there it is. Moving on to Marvel. The Edge of Spider-Verse, number 2. So if you like number 1, there's your reminder. Predator Last Hunt, also, if you liked number 2. Reminder. Spider-Punk Arms Race number 2. Guess what? It's a reminder. And this artwork actually reminds me really... you want to see a cool up-and-coming artist, go to Visions Comics and Games. They just got some commissioned artwork of Spider-Punk. I cannot remember the artist's name. She is so sweet and so talented, but they have it on their Instagram page and their Facebook page. Again, Visions Comics and Games. If you're around Rockmore, Georgia, visit the store. Ultimate Spider-Man number 3. Now, I know I only talk about number 2s, but this is such a hot thing lately. Ultimate Black Panther and Spider-Man and X-Men and the universe, that I figured I'd just make sure that everybody knew that the Ultimate Spider-Man number 3 is on this week's pull list. If you haven't subscribed and just want to order them one by one, there you go. X-Men 97 number 1. And don't tell me you didn't see this book and in your head go da 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 da. And I don't want to go too much because I'll get copyright struck. No, because they only do that if you're actually on key, on pitch. Anyway, there you go. X-Men 97 number 1. The official prelude to the hotly anticipated Disney Plus show. Elvira meets H.P. Lovecraft number 2. If you liked number 1, number 2 is on this week's poll list. Also, there is another photo variant for number 2 if you like looking at the photo ones for autograph opportunities. Lilo and Stitch number 2. Now, I'll be honest, you know I'm a Stitch fan. I loved the cover A's. I think they blew their budget on the artists for cover A. This does not look good. This is not even a good picture of Stitch. It's lost in New York, so I'm wondering if he's going to run into Macaulay Culkin. But now, this artwork has nothing to do with New York. It kind of reminds me of E.T., but it's the best artwork of the available choices, which there are 4. And of course, it's Trish Forstner, and she always kills it. So as you can see, that's the one I've ordered. There is another New York variant, and I have issue with this. Okay, first off, it's not the greatest artwork. Second, it's in Times Square. Vehicles are not allowed in Times Square. Third, taxis don't say taxi on the top. Okay, they'll be advertising something because they're making additional money by just being traveling billboards. And lastly, on the side, the car doors, or on the minivan doors, whichever version of a New York City yellow cab you get, it says it's a big NY in a black circle, and it has the rates, and it says flat rate to JFK, and blah, blah, blah. It has all the information on the doors. The reason I'm such an expert on this is 1, I'm from New York City. 2, in my driveway, right this second, I have a New York City taxi cab, a yellow taxi cab with the writing on it and everything. It's a minivan version, and I got it because I gutted out the seats, I put a mattress, and that's how I transport my dogs around. It works. I happen to get one for real cheap, and they love it, and I love it, and I get the shield so they don't drool down my shirt. That being said, the other one, which I didn't put the picture up for, is a color bleed with Lilo. It's not terrible, but again, there's just so many things wrong with this picture. It just irks me. Vampirella number 667, which is number 2 of the new run. They started a new run at 666. Coming in from Dark Horse, we have Avatar Frontiers of Pandora number 2. If you liked number 1, don't forget to get number 2 on your pull list. And Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, number 2, 3rd printing, and number 3, 2nd printing. Now again, I know it's a number 3, but Beneath the Trees is a very hot book. Plus, when I was looking at this, I'm not saying that this art is as good, but it just reminded me of, what do you call it? Something is Killing the Children, number 3, 2nd print. I think it's number 3, 2nd print. The bathtub one where she's sitting in the bathtub where the water is all blood. She's got all the scar marks on her, or the cuts on her back. And how I would love to have that cover. I think it is amazing, but it's still to this day extremely expensive because it was low print. Don't sleep too much, because sometimes one of these 2nd or 3rd prints everybody sleeps on, nobody orders it, and becomes a very low print. Okay, that being said, if everybody talks about it, everybody will order it, and it'll be a high print. So, yeah, pick your poison. D&D Ravencroft Caravan of Curses, number 1, cover A. This is from IDW. We have Dutch, number 2. It's only a 3-part, but I heard a lot of people talking about number 1. I picked it up, didn't get a chance to read it yet. But I didn't order number 2 yet. Let's see if I like number 1 first. Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2, number 1. Because Godzilla's not tired from fighting the Justice League. Whatever. Yeah, I have one ordered. There's a couple different covers that are available. This cover A is the only one that I think is decent. I don't like the others. Infernals number 2 from Image Comics. If you like number 1, reminder time. Life is Strange, Forget Me Not, to order this book if you like number 1, because this is number 2 from Titan Comics. Morning Star number 1 of 5 from Mad Cave Studios. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures April Special number 1. And it's going to be in shops in April. So we have an April O'Neil and April Special. You and I number 2 of 6 from AWA. If you like number 1, there's your reminder. And that wraps up the list. It's not that big a list. Oh, see, that's what I'm looking at the cursor and it's on the other screen. There, I'm back. It's got to be an easier way. It does. It just has to be an easier way. Every day I go to set this up, I'm like, all right, do I put myself on that screen and put the books on this one? No, because then I'll be constantly looking like this. So if I just put myself here and then put that onto this screen, I can actually look at and then I can't find the cursor. All right. So I'm going to keep this short because I have other videos I have to record. I still haven't watched episodes 2 and 3 of Bad Batch. I want to get those watch-along videos up on Patreon today. I also want to do a mail call video today if I have the strength. If not, I will be doing it tomorrow. I am most likely going to be canceling the cover price top 10 video on Monday because Monday in the morning I am going back in for more small surgery on my jaw, and I will most probably either be too loopy or still with cotton balls in my mouth, and it's already hard enough for you to understand what I'm saying. You don't want to, have me talking through a gag order. All right, so guys, please don't forget to click like and subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment down below. Would love to hear from you. And what books are you picking up? What books should I sleep on? Don't just share it with me, share it with the rest of the community. And until I see you in the next video, mahalo.